I can actually make sushi rolls. I forgot about that. Do we have any rice?
Not already cooked.
Will you please put some on? Oh wait, I might not have any nori. You know what I could do? I could pause and go get some nori from the store. Can't believe we don't have any. I'm gonna do that.
I finally managed to get the fire going, but he's not doing differently than we did with yours.
Where's the vinegar, by the way? The regular vinegar? Is it... Do we... What'd you say? Yeah. It's coconut oil. Anyway, I'm recording. I don't know if you caught on to that.
This is not over here.
Oh, here's some vinegar. I just didn't... rice vinegar, yep. That's what I need. Yep. Thanks for the rice, Mom. Oh man, this makes me want to do an egg fried rice also. Depending on how much rice you guys use, I might actually do that. Do we have any eggs? We haven't used eggs in a while. We do have eggs. Yeah, I guess you're right. We could just make some more.
Especially easy since we have a rice cooker. You don't have to stick around and watch it.
Yeah, plus it's not 1506 anymore.
1506.
Yeah, I just made up a random time where I thought there might be a resource shortage.
Year.
Yeah, it's random.
That might be plague-ish, I don't know. Actually, I think plague was 450. It's fine. Yeah, 1347. It's a mid-1300s. This plague.
The plague, as they say. Mm-hmm.
Just a little rice log.
You can do things with it.
Yeah. It was funny though, when we paused, and he just whipped out this thing. Yeah.
Pretty tasty, actually. What if you could on it? Maybe.
Alright, I think I'm gonna plate everything that I've got so far, and then I'm gonna make some egg rice. 26 seconds.
Yeah. Customized.
Since I'm making a special meal... Oh, wait, I forgot I moved the stuff around out here.
Are you gonna eat out there?
I think so, just because I'm making a special type meal, and
Yeah.
also, I don't think there's enough room at my desk right now.
It's a good meal.
We still got one chair, or yeah, one seat that I can use pretty much. I guess I could use 2 of them. Yeah, I don't need that much room. You know what'd be really interesting? Obviously, I'm not making sake, but I wonder what's gonna happen if I take my brew and I heat it up and then I drink it like sake. I think I should probably not use the sweetened brew, and I'll just do. Let's see. I'll use this one. Oh wait, there's a singular one up there. That's probably the one. Oh, you know what's so cool? I've been listening to that new Young Miko album, and the artwork on these cups look like her arm tattoos.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. We've had these for as long as I can remember, so it's no wonder that I liked her tattoos so much when I saw them. It's been a long time since we all had sake. You know, maybe I'll do a rice brew, non-alcoholic rice sake. See if I can get it to be any good without having to add yeast in it.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll use yeast, but you know, I'm on that no yeast kick. That'd be really cool. Wait, should I do that one or should I do the new brew? This one's already still warm, so I'll just do this one. Yeah, I wonder what kind of rice I should use for the sake type brew. I'll have to do some research. By the way, my random Japanese ancestors from however long ago I was Japanese are telling me, don't use rice, just use some spit. And then they said tee. But that's what they did. That's why I like Young Miko's music, is because, well, it sounds good, but her name Miko,
Yeah.
it means shrine maiden, and that's one of the things they used to do. Is they would chew up the rice and then spit it in a container, and then they'd put it in a cave or whatever, and it would ferment, and they'd leave it there for like a year or something, and then they'd go get it, and it was a ceremonial drink.
Yeah. Very interesting.
That'll do. That tastes delicious. All right. I think that's everything I need. As always, thanks for buying the food.
It's fun to watch.
And I'll have a pear for dessert.
Yeah. All
Nothing.
natural dinner.
I was gonna say nothing like homegrown pears though.
Yeah, they're good. I think they're surprisingly interesting.
Yeah. All right. Cookie Potter, ow! I hit my forehead on the freaking mason jar over here. Itadakimasu. Deliciosas.
Yay.
Otra vez, 本当に美味しい。素晴らしいです。Kakui también. Another acceptable explanation would be yummers. And unfortunately, my language capacity is limited, so that's about all I can say about it. More like young miso. I really nailed it with this last brew.
Oh, great.
And drinking it this way, it shifted my mind.
Uh-huh.
Because, you know, I've been drinking out of these brew bottles like it's beer, because it's the same ingredients, but because I'm not, what's it called? Since I'm not fermenting it, it kind of still, it's a flat drink, right? Just like sake, it's a flat drink, and since it was already warm,
Yeah.
you know what it reminds me of? Like if you made sake out of brown rice,
Uh-huh.
that's kind of what it makes me think of.
Yeah. Kind of heartier.
Yeah, it's a little sweeter, and then it's a little darker. You know, this meal had about the same amount of rice and fish as I think I got the Torio sushi at Yamazato last night.
Uh-huh.
Except I also got, well, they had a salad and some miso. I had a little more miso, and then obviously the soba is a little more substantial.
Yeah.
I didn't get tea last night. I just got water. So, although I love that restaurant, and I got 3 different varieties of fish, and it's so great to be served, and I love the ambiance.
Uh-huh.
I think that doing this is probably more cost efficient.
Well, yeah.
I guess it depends how much the tuna medallion was.
I consider it similar to when I like learning to bake. That I love baked goods. And then I love learning how to replicate them.
Yeah, this wasn't an intentional replication effort. It was just because I had to wait for the fish to defrost, and I wanted to eat sushi
Yeah.
anyway last night. That was delicious.
Did you get it up?
Yep, I'll probably have. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have a pair though. I also had wasabi when I went to Yamazato, which is, you know, the ginger and the wasabi is part of the restaurant experience.
Yeah. These have
Yeah, I don't know if ours was real though, or if it was horseradish.
Probably.
I'm still so proud of myself for installing this dishwasher myself. I got what?
I said I think of you every time I use it.
I got suited up like the Master Chief and put my motorcycle helmet on and everything. I turned all the breakers off. I had my motorcycle helmet on. Just in case I got shocked and my head went wow, and I whacked it on something. Because I was doing my motorcycle class at the same time to get my motorcycle license.
Yeah.
It was like the same weekend,
Yeah.
and I also may have been smoking DMT then as well. Actually, I know I was. Actually, I was probably vaping it more than smoking it. So that was making me extra cautious. I was hyper tapped in. And it also, that was right around the time when, isn't it so creepy how right before I got my motorcycle license, right before I did the class, I witnessed that motorcycle crash?
Yeah.
Literally the night before.
Yeah, that was very upsetting.
Yeah, and thank God I was on the DMT then, because I was able to function and like immediately go into emergency mode, and I was the first person to stop and help him, and I was the first person to call 911 and stuff.
Yeah.
Not that I can't do that when I'm not on DMT, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like that's one of the main functions of it, is to help deal with and recover from traumatic scenarios.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the prescription ketamine still has a similar effect. It's just not the same. That's what it comes down to. Is what I was doing was it had a very different outcome, even though there's similarities. Anyway, still proud of myself for the dishwasher though.
Me too.
I remember installing it fondly. It's always great to problem solve and feel capable. And you know, I earned it by doing all that dishwashing in the DOC and also at Foxfire. It's not like I just asked some machine to do my slave labor. I set the precedent for why it should help me. I earned it. The DMT also made the online educational part of the motorcycle class extremely engaging. What I realized, I think they had one of the new modern BMWs that they were using in the course, and it looks like a deer. It looks like you're riding a deer. But I actually vividly remember the videos. And like some of the, I don't know if I actually remember the test questions themselves, but I remember the content. And then I didn't get a motorcycle. After seeing that crash, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna not get a motorcycle right now. I'm just gonna continue on with getting the license just to be safe, just in case I ever have to ride one on the street. That was my intention anyway. I was just getting excited about getting a motorcycle, because if you get your license, why not get a motorcycle if you can afford it? Not that I could afford it. That's the other problem. But then remember, I was thinking I was going to get a job. But whatever. There's still time. I can still get a motorcycle later. I'm still enjoying the pit bike at the cabin.
Yeah.
Sin frenos. That means no brakes.
Oh, you know how much your mother loves to hear that.
Well, when I was at the Smithsonian Festival, there was a guy, and his stage name was Andes MC, and he had a song called Sin frenos, and I thought that was so cool. I was like, that suits me perfectly. Coming up next on watching someone eat food and prepare it, and not in that order. They prepared it before they ate it. A homegrown pear from a secret, undisclosed location, otherwise known as the cabin. Wait a minute, he just disclosed it. It's not a secret anymore. Yes, it is. How can you say that? You're obviously capping. No, I'm not. You try to pull up the location in your hippocampus without realizing it's a secret. You can't do it. Every time you pull up the location in your hippocampus, you realize it's a secret. Hontoni correct on Crip. Hey, why don't we say Hontoni correct on blood, too? We need to make it even.
Actually, Mass Tire, I think that they're split up for a reason. I think you're supposed to say Hontoni correct on Crip and Hontoni incorrect on blood when someone gets it wrong, because of obvious reasons.
Did you know that 1K also sounds like Aunque? Did you know that all of your base are belong to us? Ziggy Boogie Doo. How's my sigh out? Awesome. Damn it. I need to hit the smoke shop again. I'm almost out of these. What about Hontoni correct on Yakuza? What's wrong with that? Nothing. Nandamanayo. Yeah. I've been waxing eloquently in my head about the Yakushi. Some sort of lore links the idea of the etymology of the nomenclature of the Yakuza to the number 20 due to the fact that blackjack has 21 cards, and for some reason these people are apparently being described by the sensation of getting 20 and losing against the house. So why not take that? And why not, what about the house? What's the house called? I decided to call it Yakushi. It's not she. I don't know if that was already established or not before I decided to coin it that way. But I decided it's the people who aren't always fucking getting into unnecessary street fights and going, Nani attendaro! Ah! It's the ones who are sitting at the temple and who are down with the cause. They'll still foom up some ganja, but they're the ones who are serving. They're serving to the Yakuza because they're up in the mountains, in the Shinto temples, staying ascetic and living that temple lifestyle, but they're also down with the cause. And when a Yakuza gets in too deep and needs to recover, he goes up to the temple and hang out with the Yakushi. That seems like the way. I guess even if they got 21, they'd still lose against the house, right? So maybe it's a sign of reverence? I don't know. Don't worry, it's just hemp. Which means, yes, those plants were also hemp plants. Except for the cactus. That's actually a cactus. I'm smoking on Lifter Shake from Tweedle Farms. Better than buying a pack of cigarettes, I'll tell you that. First Japanese restaurant that I ever remember going to regularly, which we used to go to a lot when I was a kid, was called Ichiban. And there was a waiter there at some point whose name was Bruce. And he was generous with the miso. Bricked in Solbetsu, quality 2. Alright, now it's time for me to... This one's gonna go another day, I think. And then this one is the secondary brew from my last bag. I'm gonna put it in the bottles now. Growing fear? More like growing beer. Crackdown? More like, I don't know. Something about crack. More like ice down. That wasn't about crack, though. That was about methamphetamine. Next, the white people are going to start getting deported.
Yeah. Because they're going to be out of brown people.
Where the fuck are they going to go? Europe doesn't want them. Australia. That's how Nori Yaro happened, except I think he was on the wrong side of that. I don't think he was the one participating in ICE activities. I think Nori Yaro occurred because of... He probably got scammed. His ancestors probably got scammed before they got sent to debtor's prison. They're like, what? I just bought a Hachiroku. And they're like, Hachiroku doesn't exist for 200 years. Go to debtor's prison. I just realized that this GoPro footage I'm making is just like what it's gonna be like if I have a baby. Think about it. I'd be holding the baby, carrying it around like this, and putting it on the table and stuff like that. I mean, I was gonna say, obviously, it's not exactly the same because I get to use both hands. Oh, I could put a baby chest thing. No, I can still see in front of me. No, it's a little different, but it's pretty similar still. I could also skip the human baby and just turn my GoPro into a robot.
Yes.
Dad, which would you prefer? That I had human baby or robot baby? We could also try both, but I'm not sure that's a good idea. Like both at once. Cyborg baby.
That actually sounds
I know, it does, but you gotta remember... You gotta remember the Alamo, Dad.
Well, then I can't.
Alright. I could also choose Raccoon Baby,
Oh, they're cute at first.
but then they bite you.
Yes, indeed. We know because Mark had one.
Oh, I know what we could do. We could do Motoko Kusanagi babies, which means computer-generated human flesh robot. It's a human, but it's printed by a 3D printer, and it's computer controlled. You know, like it's programmed by a computer. How about that?
Kings.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Mine was wandering.
That's acceptable. All right. By the way, I found out that apparently it's really dangerous calling Motoko a gorilla, except it's hilarious because she's a gorilla expert, like Guerrilla. She's a guerrilla expert. Are you people surprised my house didn't explode when I said that? Or are you more surprised that it did explode and then it reconstructed itself hyper fast because I'm in Motoko's good graces? Miss Kusanagi, we're gonna have to have a conversation about your son's behavior. He's lighting the sun on fire again. And I'm concerned about the fact that the moon seems to have grown an ocean in his presence. Also, I tried teaching him algebra, and he schooled me. Don't even get me started on the school fights. The schoolyard fights have not ended well for the nurse's office. Dad, do you want any of this brew? It's a second brew, so it's not quite as... Okay.
I do take something for that.
Then who knows when it'll stop.
Yeah, no one here.
No undoing it. That's one way of putting it. Tsuki taka, why? Cookie for the vibe, yeah. Is it cookie for the vibe or cookie from the tribe? Okay, I think that's it. I'm probably about to break the internet again. Oh wait, I have to go do this first. Otherwise known as Saito is probably about to snipe me in the brain again. And then Bato goes, "Relax, buddy, we'll get him next time." At this point in the timeline, I'm still a public security threat, remember? Not until the public security sector is designed and built am I going to be considered a public security defender. Because until it's built, I'm at risk of killing everyone until it's built. So therefore I'm a risk of public security until then. Yeah. Scroll of truth.
Not lifetime key, something else.
Yeah,
Which is good, because you're not finished.
yeah.
Live and die by the bag. It's all facts.
She is. Just another example of the legal immigrants bringing their towns